Ever seen a cow worth more than a Lamborghini? Or one that looks like a panda with only 40 of them worldwide? What about cattle so muscular they look photoshopped? Or ancient bulls with horns wide enough to hang your laundry? Then there's cattle breed in the UK, once sold for the price of a luxury apartment in London. Some of them are national treasures. Others are scientific wonders, and a few are just so weird looking they could easily land a movie. From a snow white cow in Brazil that sold for $4.8 million, to a tuxedo-wearing cow from Scotland. These cattle aren't just farm animals. They're luxury investments, Instagram icons, and genetic miracles. Ready to meet the most unique and expensive cattle breeds in the world? Let's dive in. 15. Nour. Let's start big, and I mean really big. Nour cattle dominate Brazil's beef industry and are built to handle hot, rough climates. Originally from India, Nours were brought to Brazil over 100 years ago, and they didn't just settle in, they took over. Today they make up more than 80% of the country's beef herd, which is kind of like showing up to a party and becoming the host. These cattle are tall, strong, and hardy. Mature bulls weigh around 800 to 1,100 kilograms, while cows weigh 400 to 700 kilograms. Their signature feature is their large muscular hump over the shoulders, drooping ears, and snow-white coats that reflect heat. Let's talk about the celebrity of the breed, Chianina 19 VIF Nour. A cow from this breed was sold at a Brazil auction in 2023 for $4.8 million. Making her the most expensive cow ever sold, according to Guinness World Records. Her genetics are now used around the globe to breed stronger, bigger, and more heat-tolerant herds. 14. Indian Kankrej. Now we head to the deserts of Gujarat and Rajasthan, where the Kankrej cattle walk like royalty and work like warriors. This Indian breed is one of the oldest and strongest zebu cattle, used for everything from plowing fields to pulling carts to producing milk. Kankrej bulls are massive and muscular, known for their endurance and strength. They often have a gray or silver coat, long curved horns, and a noble posture that almost looks staged. A fully grown bull can weigh 550 to 700 kilograms, while cows weigh about 400 to 500 kilograms. They're heat-tolerant, disease-resistant, and able to survive long droughts, perfect for the harsh Indian climate. Farmers also prize their milk, which is rich in A2 beta-casein protein, said to be easier to digest. In recent years, purebred Kankrej bulls have been exported to Brazil, the USA, and even Southeast Asia, where they're used to improve local herds. In some auctions, a top-quality Kankrej bull has fetched prices up to $10,000 to $15,000, especially in genetics-focused breeding programs. 13. Brahman. You've probably seen them in Texas ranches or Indian temples. Brahman cattle are one of the most recognized zebu breeds in the world. With their droopy ears, saggy skin, massive hump, and majestic forehead, these animals look like they were designed by ancient warriors. Originally from India, Brahmans were imported to the United States in the 1800s, where they were crossbred to create a heat-tolerant super breed for southern states. These cows can handle intense sun, disease, and even survive on poor quality forage. Mature Brahman bulls weigh 800 to 1,100 kilograms, and cows weigh 500 to 700 kilograms. Despite their tough look, they're gentle giants, calm but confident. Top-tier Brahman bulls are highly sought after for breeding, especially in Texas, Mexico, and Brazil. In 2020, a Brahman bull named Mr. V8, 1/46 1/8, sold for over $300,000. Man, he wasn't even the biggest. 12. British Blue. If you gave a cow a gym membership and a protein shake, you'd get the British Blue. Originally from Belgium as the Belgian Blue, this breed became known in the UK for its extreme muscling, thanks to a mutation in the myostatin gene. The mutation leads to what's called double muscling, giving them huge muscles with very little fat. A full-grown British Blue can weigh 1,100 to 1,250 kilograms, and cows usually weigh around 850 to 950 kilograms. Their frame is compact and their meat yield is incredibly high. Some report up to 70% usable meat per animal. In 2017, a British Blue Bull named Dragon Blues Kai ET was sold for a premium price. Undisclosed, but reportedly over 25,000 euros. Even now, his semen straws are sold at high-end auctions for breeding across Europe. 11. Chianina. The Chianina isn't just a cow, it's a skyscraper with horns. Hailing from Tuscany, Italy, this is one of the oldest and tallest cattle breeds in the world, dating back over 2,200 years to the Roman Empire. These cows once pulled war wagons. Today they produce the prized beef used in bistecca alla Fiorentina, a famous Italian steak. And when we say tall, we mean it. Chianina bulls can reach 2 meters, 6.5 feet at the shoulder. That's taller than most refrigerators. Their weight, 1,200 to 1,800 kilograms for bulls, and cows weigh 800 to 1,000 kilograms. They have short white coats with black skin and noses, making them look like clean marble statues. Because of their rarity and beef quality, Chianina bulls have been sold in Italy and the US for prices over $25,000, especially when tied to heritage lines or elite meat production farms. 10. Dexter Cow. If the Chianina is a skyscraper, the Dexter is the tiny house of cattle. Small, smart, and surprisingly efficient. Originating from Ireland, Dexter cows are one of the smallest cattle breeds in the world, often called the ideal homestead cow. They're used for both beef and milk, and their meat is tender, fine-grained, and packed with flavor. Dexter cows are also known for easy calving, long lifespan, and high fertility. Mature cows weigh just 270 to 360 kilograms, while bulls average 450 to 500 kilograms. That's about half the size of most commercial cattle. Yet they thrive on minimal pasture and can live in rough, hilly terrains, perfect for small farms or hobby breeders. Registered Dexters with good bloodlines are becoming more valuable, especially in the US, Canada, and Australia. Prices for top breeders can range from $3,000 to $7,000 and rising thanks to growing demand for sustainable, small-scale farming. 9. Panda Cow. If cows had a costume party, the Panda Cow would definitely win Best Dressed. This miniature breed is recognized by its panda-like black and white markings and stands out as one of the rarest cattle breeds in the world. They were developed in the US by Chris Jansen, using selective breeding from low-line Angus miniature cows and others. Their size? Tiny. They weigh around 180 to 300 kilograms and stand just about 36 inches tall. You could almost mistake one for a fuzzy dog until it moves. There are reportedly fewer than 40 pure panda cows alive today, which makes them one of the rarest cattle breeds on earth. They're too small for serious meat or dairy production, so people mostly keep them as exotic pets, show animals, or status symbols for farm-loving influencers. If you like this video so far, leave a like, and you can also check out 15 biggest bull breeds in the world on our channel Forever Green. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss a single upload. Now, let's get back to our video. 8. Belted Galloway Cows. Meet the belted Galloway, aka the Oreo cow. With its distinct white belt wrapped around a black or sometimes red body, it looks like it's ready for a fancy dinner party. Originating from the cold, wet hills of southwestern Scotland, this breed is both stylish and strong. These cattle have thick, curly coats that act like natural jackets. In winter, they grow even fluffier to survive snow, wind, and wet ground. Beneath the fluff, though, is some of the leanest, tastiest beef in the world, prized for its low fat and rich flavor. Bulls weigh between 800 to 1,000 kilograms, and cows usually weigh 500 to 650 kilograms. They are hardy, calm, and ideal for grass-fed beef programs. Prices vary, but registered belted Galloway bulls have sold in the US and UK for $4,000 to $10,000, depending on pedigrees and genetics. And thanks to their looks, they're favorites for ecotourism farms and cow selfies. Before proceeding to our next selection, we invite you to explore our video on 16 animals with the largest horns in the world. Now, back to our list. 7. Braford Bull. The Braford is like the hybrid SUV of cattle, part Brahman, part Hereford, and all about business. Created in Florida in the 1940s, this breed was designed to handle extreme heat and humidity while still producing excellent beef. It later became wildly popular in Brazil, Argentina, and Australia, where tough conditions meet high beef demand. With their red and white coats, short horns, and loose neck skin, Brafords are known for strong resistance to heat, ticks, and stress. They also grow fast and breed quickly. Bulls weigh around 900 to 1,200 kilograms, and cows average 600 to 800 kilograms. In South American auctions, especially Brazil and Paraguay, top Braford bulls with championship titles and genetic testing have fetched over $15,000 to $20,000. Some are now part of artificial insemination programs used around the globe. Magyar Szürke. Magyar Szürke, also called the Hungarian Grey. These cattle are a living piece of history and were once the pride of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, used for everything from plowing fields to hauling beer barrels through cobbled streets. They have a silver-gray coat, towering lyre-shaped horns, and a slender but tall body that gives them an almost mythical presence. Their horns alone can span up to 1 meter across. Bulls can weigh between 800 to 900 kilograms, and cows weigh 500 to 600 kilograms. They're extremely disease-resistant and known for long lifespans, some living up to 20 years. Hungary considers them a national treasure, and they're mostly kept in state-run heritage farms. Still, breeding bulls from prestigious lines have been sold in European livestock expos for over 10,000 euros. Sahiwal. From the hot plains of Punjab and Haryana, meet the Sahiwal, a breed so good at producing milk in harsh weather, it's often called the tropical Holstein. Sahiwals are reddish-brown with short horns, known for their calm nature, high fertility, and smooth, glossy skin. Mature bulls weigh between 500 to 600 kilograms, and cows usually range from 400 to 500 kilograms. But don't let their medium size fool you. They are champions in heat endurance and milk fat percentage, with some cows producing 8 to 10 liters per day, even in 40 degrees Celsius plus temperatures. In Pakistan and India, Sahiwals are government-protected in breeding centers, and in recent years, they've been exported to Kenya, Australia, and the Caribbean. In some elite breeding auctions, Sahiwal bulls have sold for over rupees 2 million, about $7,000 to $9,000. Piamontes. Born in the Piedmont region of northern Italy, the Piemontese breed is basically Italy's answer to both luxury and science in one cow. These cattle have a light fawn or white coat, sleek build, and naturally lean meat loaded with extra muscle. They carry a natural gene mutation similar to the British Blue called double muscling, but here's the twist. Piemontese meat is tender like filet mignon, and still low in fat and cholesterol. Italian chefs and high-end restaurants around the world fight for it, especially for dishes like carne cruda, raw beef tartare. Bulls weigh between 1,000 and 1,200 kilograms, while cows are about 600 to 700 kilograms. They're not just for beef either. Farmers use them for crossbreeding to improve muscle and yield in other herds. In Italy and Argentina, where the breed has grown in popularity, Top-tier Piamontese bulls have sold for $10,000 to $20,000. 3. Highland. Straight from the Scottish Highlands, meet the Highland cow, the one with the shaggy coat and dramatic bangs that looks like it just walked out of a hair commercial. These cows have become the unofficial face of farmcore aesthetics on Instagram. But they're more than just looks. Highlands are one of the oldest registered cattle breeds in the world, dating back to the 6th century. Their thick, woolly, double-layered coat protects them from snow, rain, and freezing wind, making them excellent for cold climates. Bulls weigh around 800 to 1,000 kilograms, and cows range from 500 to 600 kilograms. They're smaller than modern beef breeds, but are incredibly hardy, often thriving on rough mountain pasture where other breeds fail. While they're not the highest milkers or bulkiest beef producers, their meat is lean, tender, and lower in cholesterol. A good quality Highland cow can cost around $5,000, and registered bulls often go for even more in show circuits or boutique farms. 2. Gujarat. Meet the Gujarat, a tough, ancient Zebu breed from India, later developed into a genetic powerhouse in Brazil. If this breed were a machine, it would be a diesel tractor with horns. Gujarats are large, strong, and built for both milk and muscle, which makes them a dual-purpose dream in tropical regions. These cattle are instantly recognizable by their massive, forward-sweeping horns and silver-gray coat. Sometimes speckled, they're parasite-resistant, heat-tolerant, and can thrive on low-quality forage, which is why they're used from South Asia to Central America. Mature bulls weigh 900 to 1,300 kilograms, and cows range from 600 to 800 kilograms. Their strong bone structure also makes them perfect for oxen work in rural farms. In Brazil's elite livestock shows, purebred Gujarat bulls from champion bloodlines have sold for $15,000 to $25,000, especially when combined with high milk-producing genetics. They're also part of embryo and semen export programs into Africa and Latin America. First, Limousin. Limousin cattle come from central France, where rolling hills and centuries of breeding turn them into lean beef champions. Their reddish-gold coats, smooth muscling, and high meat-to-bone ratio make them favorites in Europe. A full-grown Limousin bull weighs 1,000 to 1,200 kilograms, while cows weigh around 650 to 850 kilograms. They're not bulky like some breeds, but their meat is high quality, with less fat and more tenderness. That's why many farmers crossbreed them to improve commercial herds. In 2015, a bull named Truman Jagger from Northern Ireland sold for a record 147,000 pounds, approximately $190,000. His structure, lineage, and fertility made him one of the most valuable Limousins in Europe. His bloodline is now stamped into herds across Ireland and the UK, making Limousin bulls the beef world's equivalent of royalty. And that's it for today. See you in the next one on Forever Green. Bean Tayan.